Hello everyone, this is Czar, and I'm in Pathfinder Online. Well, not really, I'm in a demo version of Pathfinder Online. Not really even of the actual game, but of a environment demo of sorts that is run in Unity. So I'm running this in my browser actually. It's important to notice that this does not in any way represent the finished game. This is only a demo in order to, they did a tech demo for the first Kickstarter campaign they did, and now they've converted it to Unity and wanted to show off how it looks basically. So it's a work in progress, it's not the finished product, it doesn't represent in any way how it will look at the end when it's finished. The reason I'm doing a video for this now is because Pathfinder Online is currently running another Kickstarter campaign. The first one was for the technology demo, the second one is for the actual product. You might have seen a video or two where I've mentioned it in the past. I've also focused on that they are asking for the rather large sum of $1 million, which is big for a Kickstarter campaign. They're not far from it though. When I'm recording this, it's 51 hours left to go, so they're starting to run out of time, which is the reason I'm doing this video actually. 51 hours left to go, and they have just under 800,000. This video therefore is in order to just, to give them that last boost, and I can't do that alone. I'm not a big enough channel, but I figure everyone can contribute a little bit. The game promises a lot, and the game will also actually be released no matter if they complete the Kickstarter or not, which requires $200,000 within the next 2 days, but it will take longer. I think we're talking 1 or 2 years difference in production time. I don't know about you, but I'm impatient for anything sandbox related, and this game has quite a few sandbox features. It might not be completely sandbox, but it's pretty sandbox, so to say. So my idea with this video is basically to do my part in spreading the message. It has happened in the past that, well, it doesn't look good at the moment, I will admit. It doesn't look good for their Kickstarter campaign, that they need to raise 200,000 in 2 days basically. But it has happened before. It has happened with other games that the last few days really kicks off, due greatly to big YouTubers, I will say, has had a lot of influence on that, such as Total Biscuit for instance. So if you do like this game, and we'll go through some of the features, if you do like the game, what it promises, even if you can't support it yourself, see if you can spread it, now. Show this video to someone, for instance, maybe to a bigger YouTuber, some influence that you might know of. And well, I'm not here really to advertise the game. It's not my game. I have no financial interest in it. I just like the promise of the game basically. So spread it around, see if we can't give them that little boost towards the end of the deadline of the Kickstarter here. So for some information about what the game is, how the game works, I'm actually going to just read from their Kickstarter, because they have pointed it out pretty good, and I doubt I could, because I haven't tried the game, no one has, because it's nowhere near finished, so I can't really speak from personal experience other than what the game promises to do. So I'll read it up from here, and you make your own mind up on if this sounds good to you or not. Might be worth noticing that the Pathfinder is actually a fairly successful tabletop game, which are famous for using something called Crowdforging. Basically that you, the player, decides, or the community has a big say in what enters the game or does not. But let me read up from this compiled list of features. The first one is no grinding. Pathfinder Online uses a skill training system like that of EVE Online. You train skills by choosing what skill you want to train and allowing the time required to elapse. You don't train any faster by farming mobs or spamming your abilities than you do exploring the world, role-playing with your friends, or even being offline. You will need to complete certain achievements to complete a skill and open up new avenues of training. But time-based training means you always get full value from your purchased game time, whether you're a casual or hardcore, an adventurer or crafter, or one who enjoys a lot of role-playing chat, or one who spends much of their time in combat. Sorry for my reading skills there. Number 2, no classes. Unlike other games that give you a narrow range of abilities as you train your class, in Pathfinder you gain levels in different roles based off of what you have trained. Number 3, player structures. Build your own homes, taverns, farms, and even cities. The Pathfinder Online world will be filled with places players can use to build and customize their own homes, businesses, and communities. Number 4, freedom of allegiance. Unlike games that give you a few factions to pick from, like Alliance vs Horde, in Pathfinder Online you can join a vast array of organizations run by players, create your own organization, or even be a lone wolf. Fight for your friends, your ideals, power, profits, or personal freedom. The choice is yours. The alliances, the betrayals, crushing defeats, and glorious victories are all real, meaningful, and player-driven, and that sounds good to me. Number 5, more than a gank fest, it says here. Unlike other open-world PvP MMOs currently on the market, Pathfinder Online actively discourages meaningless PvP. A meaningful alignment system that actually offers mechanical advantages to lawful and good aligned organizations, and a functional bounty system that allows the player to choose which players and organizations can collect the bounties they set, discourages random and meaningless killing. Beyond this, the admins are taking a hard stance against griefing, in which players specifically seek to ruin the experience of other players, often through using game mechanics in a way that weren't intended. Griefing in Pathfinder Online can be a bannable offense. Real battles. That's point number 6. Large-scale combat won't be the total chaos most MMO players are used to. Pathfinder Online will make use of a formation system that gives groups significant bonuses for fighting in formation and coordinating their ability usage. Number 7. Less tedious crafting. Crafting won't be done by sitting and watching your character create the same recipe over and over. First you build the structure you need for the kind of crafting you want to do, like a sawmill, bakery, or smithy. Then you fill out work orders that your NPC subordinates execute for you. Meanwhile, you can go do other things, or later in the game's development there may be activities you can do to help the process along. Pathfinder Online will also launch with both traditional resource harvesting and camp-based harvesting, whatever that is. Number 8. More meaningful PvE. NPCs aren't all just sitting there in groups which never move, never change in size, and respawn every few minutes. There will be random NPC infestations that escalate in severity if not dealt with. For instance, a goblin camp left undealt with may turn into a goblin tribe that begins attacking your harvesting camps. Leave dragons, vampires, or giants alone long enough and they may attack your town. This creates a need to work together to deal with these threats and generates demand for players who train abilities specialized for hunting NPC types like vampire hunters and dragon slayers. Number 9. All players are useful. This won't be like games where a new player has 49 health and a veteran has 49,000 health. The attacks from that new player won't automatically miss a veteran. A new player will be weaker, but still able to make a meaningful contribution to combat. As a sandbox where group sizes aren't limited, this means all players are useful, and you don't have to segregate themselves by level. Finally, number 10. Trade is meaningful. In Pathfinder Online, players must manually transport items to their intended destination. Most shops are player-run, and there will be goods more abundant or even exclusive to certain regions. Merchants, traders, and even auctioneers are all viable professions. Okay, so that's just been a quick video to raise awareness here towards the end of their Kickstarter. If you like what this is all about, you can find the link to the Kickstarter in the video or in the description of this video. Spread it around if you like it. Maybe we can get some big shot YouTuber or someone to do a last minute save of this Kickstarter campaign. For now though, this has been Sar. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.